What's going on, everybody? This is Dave. I'm here with Cheney from the Man Band from Margate, England. How's it going, Cheney?
Very good. Thank you very much, man.
Really appreciate you coming on. Let's dive right into it. So, when and how did the Man Band form?
So I think it's about just over a year ago. Um, I was talking to an my ex-guitarist from a previous band, Holmes, and he just wanted to do something with me again. So he'd already started a project. It was originally called something else. It was him and the guitarist, and they couldn't find any members. And I keep them locally. Like if anyone's looking for a band, they always come to me to see if they So I had a drummer looking for a band, a bass player looking for a band, and two guitarists. So I was like, oh, we should all just get together and just introduce everyone.
That's awesome. So you're the man when it comes to forming bands.
Yeah, it's like loads of people are in bands because I introduced them. So it's quite a common thing for me.
That's awesome. There's always that one dude. So, what would you say your favorite and your least favorite thing is about the writing and recording process?
Um, oh yeah, I love writing. Uh, Definitely with a new band, it takes a while for everyone to get used to each other, so that's quite frustrating. But I feel like over time you get better at knowing people's strengths and weaknesses, and like because at the start we was like introducing songs that certain members couldn't play properly or just didn't feel comfortable with. Where now we've kind of found our flow and we're much more comfortable, and we know each other's limitations. And when it comes to recording, for vocals, to be fair, I'm the vocalist for the band. It's quite easy for me. I feel like the hardest part's usually like getting all the drums down, really. So I have a quite an easy job. Because I also can play drums. I always go there on a drummer's day, just help. Like maybe if there's like certain bits that could change last minute. But yeah, for me, the recording part's actually like quite easy for me.
That's interesting. Yeah, I can imagine the drums being pretty difficult.
Oh no, yeah, I feel because I have recorded drums in bands before. That's definitely I feel the most pressure is on the drummer because once you've got that out of the way, it's quite easy for everyone else to add their parts to it slowly. And when it gets to like everyone, all the guitars, bass, drums are done by the time I get to my bits. So yeah, like it's always pretty easy. I think I did a whole album in like just one like half session. So it was pretty good.
It's impressive. You were moving and grooving.
Yeah, though afterwards I had a massive migraine. I was meant to go on a 4 hour drive afterwards and just went straight home instead because I just couldn't face it.
I can't blame you. You were just like done for the next like week.
Yeah, no, yeah. I was literally like I was laying on the floor while they packed the studio down around me because I think like it was about 4.5 hours of just straightforward screaming.
That's awesome. So you're from Margate, England. How's the alternative scene there? Do you have a favorite local band, a favorite venue?
Um, the local scene isn't in Margate specifically for heavy music. There isn't that many bands. There's like probably about two or three bands. I'd say Tarmac, they're a Margate. Well, kind of Margate band. One of the members lives in Margate, and then the others in towns next door. But yeah, I'd say Tarmac are probably my favorite of the Margate bands at the moment. Yeah, there's not much of a scene here, to be fair. Like, there's two venues. One of them stopped putting on heavy music, and the other one doesn't do gigs regularly. So there's not that much going on in Margate specifically. There's more Canterbury, which like you've been to. So
Yep,
like
got
Lady
lots
Luck.
of love for
That's
Canterbury.
yeah.
So who would you say your biggest influences are?
Um, well, specifically for this band, uh, like the thing that got me wanting to do a new band was I've been listening to a lot of Show Me the Body uh, and Idols, so it kind of got me back into the idea of doing vocals again. Because for years I was more focused on drums or guitar, but listening to Show Me the Body, hearing those sort of vocals just reminded me of something that I thought I could do again.
That's awesome. So now I'm going to ask you some non-music questions. It's a good way for me to get to know you. Are you ready to rock and roll?
No, no problem, man.
All right, first one, favorite video game.
Uh, it's probably Redemption. Like, that was. I know that's like, especially. I don't know one or yeah, like Red Dead Redemption or Red Dead 2, but yeah, I remember someone lent it to me about 10 years ago. I'd never even heard of it at the time, and he gave me a big stack of games to play through, and I put them in the order from what looked like the worst to the best, and I put that one at the worst, and it ended up being the best game I've ever played. So
Sometimes all you got to do is just, give it a chance.
yeah, I was completely blown away. I wasn't expecting it. I had no idea what it was about or anything. I was just looked at the front, it's like, oh, it's a cowboy game. This is probably not going to be very good, and yeah, it was amazing.
That's funny. That's how it was with Halo. The first time I played Halo, I'm just like, yeah, I don't really like, get the whole like
Mm,
hype, around it. But then like once I started playing, I just got like addicted to it. And now it's one of my favorite games. Even though I suck at aiming, aiming
mm,
is not my strength. I still have a lot of fun playing it. So like in the end, like that's what matters.
mm. Actually, with Halo, the original drummer of Man Band, the first time I ever played that was with him because he had it. I went stayed around his house and we completed the whole game in one night. It was like a that was a good memory for me, to be fair.
That's impressive.
Yeah, man. We was up like all night until like 6 in the morning just playing this game.
That's awesome. Yeah, that definitely brings back some good memories. So what would you say your favorite subject was in school?
Mm, yeah, music like because I could play guitar at a young age. So in like yeah, in England, like kids playing instruments isn't that common, but everyone has to do a music class from when you start year 7 onwards. So most people are just sat there with keyboards, not really knowing what to do. But because I could play guitar, the teacher kind of just let me have the lesson off to just play guitar in the other room by myself. So like it was always like that was the lesson I always looked forward to the most was the music lessons, just because I had so much freedom to just do what I wanted because I was already further than anyone else in the class.
That's awesome that everybody over there, seventh grade on, like has to do a music class. Over in the U.S., it's completely different. It's an option.
Mm. Yeah, it's an option after I think year 9, where most people drop it. But yeah, and the classes, if you can't play an instrument, are horrendous because people just sat there with keyboards and not knowing what to do with them, just making yeah horrible noises.
That would have been me. I would have been like, listen, like I don't know, like what I'm supposed to like deal with this, so I'm just gonna like just start like making random noises.
No, yeah, it was horrible to be in that room, but I got to go into the practice room and just hang out there for an hour or so.
That's awesome. So, would you rather be able to fly or be invisible, and why?
Mm, I don't know, like I guess technically fly, but I've never had a flying dream. I'm not one of those people that like wishes they could fly, but I don't know what I'd use invisibility for. Like I don't know. I'm quite a very overly confident person, so I have no use to be invisible. And yeah, I guess if I could fly, I can get places quicker.
Yeah, it'd be really cool to be able to like just like get to England or get to Ireland or Scotland or whatever in
Yeah,
like 5 minutes. But at the same time, like if you're invisible, you could like go without clothes and not have to worry about anybody like looking at you, and you wouldn't have to worry
yeah.
about getting in trouble.
But in England, it's always cold, so you wouldn't want to be naked.
Oh yeah, you'd be screwed. It'd be game over. Yeah, no, if you were gonna be naked, like I definitely recommend Florida or like Arizona or
Mm,
places like that.
yeah, definitely.
So if you had $1 million and you could donate it to any charity, which one?
Um, I don't know. It'd either be like an animal one or like a child, like cancer, that sort of thing. Like yeah, like yeah, I'm not too familiar with like all the charity names and stuff, but it'd definitely be like something based around like kids with like diseases and stuff like that.
That's awesome. That's something that definitely hits home.
Mm.
Just because I work with kids, so I definitely
No,
get where you're coming from.
yeah, my son was quite ill for like quite a few years, so I'm used to like the having to like be at the hospital. They'll put you up in like a hotel, so I'm aware of how much like that funding helps.
Respect. All right, last question. What are some places in Margate that visitors should check out?
Um, oh yeah, Margate is quite small. Like remember when my girlfriend came to visit, she got out the train station and I pointed and I was like, that from here to there, that's Margate. You can see the whole place in like one view. It takes 20 minutes to get from one side of Margate to the other. It's a very, very, very small town. But most people go to the beach to see the sea because if you're not near the sea, I guess that's something quite interesting. But for me, it would probably be either Where Else, which is one of the only like rock venues in the town, or uh, yeah, actually, I'd say Where Else. That's the place that if I'm going to go out socializing, I usually go there. But yeah, it's a pretty cool place, and I know the people that own it. And I get on well with them.
When I get back over there, you can take me to those spots.
Oh yeah, man. But fingers crossed they'll still be open because they are constantly going because Margate is such a small town, and when it comes to all the alternative people, there's not that many of us, so keeping a club open is quite hard because like you either have to get people from out of town to come visit, or you just got to spend all your money in buying drinks all night to keep the place alive. But yeah, I definitely recommend it for sure.
I feel you, man. Where I'm at right now, Hershey, PA, same exact problem. There's, barely any alternative music people. I might actually be like the only person in
Oh
Hershey
no way.
specifically. So it is, same problem here. It's, really hard to, keep places open. So unfortunately, I definitely feel you on that.
Yeah.
Got to represent.
Yeah, yeah, thank you very much. Oh yeah, and also hopefully the Man Band album should be out on the 6th of February, which is also my birthday, which is why we pushed for that date. So and yeah, I'll send you a copy when it's out and hopefully you enjoy it.
Hell yeah, I'm definitely sure that I'll love it, and we'll spread the good word about it. But I really appreciate you coming on, and the support means the world to me. And for the people that are going to watch this interview later, where can they find you at?
Um yeah, just I guess I'm pretty much the only Cheney rabbit on the planet, so I'm quite easy to find on social media. Like yeah, yeah, I can't remember. Like I think it's just everything Instagram, Facebook is all just Cheney or Cheney rabbit.
We'll go to the websites, listen to music, buy a CD, buy a shirt, support local music, keep fighting the good fight, and we'll be in touch.
Yeah, thank you very much, man.
Of course, dude. Hope you have a great day, and we'll chat soon.
Yeah, will do. Thank you very
All right,
much.
peace.
See you, man.